Jane was the first woman to represent New Zealand in 3 sports: hockey, basketball and softball. Jane wasn't a household name because women almost had no place in sport, and of course, she was Māori.
Can you please read the story?
Oh, the story. My name is Jane Tehira. I was born in 1928. I spent my childhood at Aotearoa, north of Whangarei. My mother, Amelia, was Ngāpuhi, and my father, Theodore, was from Germany. My family moved to Auckland in 1945, and I began playing competitive sports in 1948.
So here you had Jane Tehira coming from the bush, if you like, into the big smoke, and having this Māori community centre that had connected to it the Akarana Sports Association.
They had actually set it up to try and help transition Māori families coming from out of Auckland into Auckland City. And they used to try and help them when they were unemployed, and the women, you know, looking after the households with the children, that type of thing.
I was involved with Jane in the Akarana Sports Club. Basketball was our life. You went to work and you went to play basketball. If Jane had the ball, you would try and get it off, just to be able to say, I got the ball off, Jane.
We used to go all over the place, and we always won, you see. Auckland always beat most of the teams.
She was a great softball player as well. If I remember correctly, she played second base and could hit the ball out of the park.
I was always the captain of the different teams, you see, but I'd say to them, I don't want to be captain for every team because I haven't got time to, you know, I had to do other things too.
Jane was a leader. She was very quiet, unassuming, but she was just so efficient and so proficient at her sporting activities that everybody loved her.
She was just a natural-born leader as well as a natural-born player. Not something you train for, it's just something within.
That's a nice one, isn't it? It's like a haka. What about in this one here? Here's another hockey one. Hockey sticks all lined up nicely. Whereabouts are you?
It's up here somewhere.
Yeah, that's you. I look at them and like some of the ladies, I do know or have seen them play, and, you know, they were absolutely awesome just watching them. I suppose you didn't really realise how good they were then. There was a lot of natural skill, a lot of instinctive type play. I think in those days they didn't have the sports science. They didn't teach you biomechanically how to hit a hockey stick, you know, a ball with a stick or whatever. It was all very natural. And I think she probably got by in the different sports she played just with her natural athleticism.
It's in the blood, it's in the lines, in the whakapapa. That natural brilliance that shows right through, coming right through to mokopuna, tuatahi, tuarua.
My brother Henry played rugby league for New Zealand, and my sister Sylvia represented Australia in track and field. My grandson Lindsay played basketball for the New Zealand Tall Blacks. Lindsay, yes, he was good.
Do you kids want to come in and say hello to Grandma? Come on, move over.
Hi, Grandma. How are you?
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Good.
Lots of fuss today. Yeah, I never got to see Grandma really participate in any serious sports, but she was still, like, teeing off with the men in golf and stuff and beating them at bowls. I mean, I could go to a park when I was an intermediate and she could, you know, hit a softball with us and throw a rugby ball around, where a lot of the grandparents weren't doing a whole lot. I saw my niece having a fight with my other niece when you guys were driving down the driveway, and I was nicely whispering to them to behave themselves while we have company over. My sons do it every day. I see the competitiveness in them. I see in my eldest niece, I see the genes. I see it, I do.
Guess what her favourite number was?
4.
What was your favourite number?
4.
Yeah, history repeats itself, doesn't it?
Jane was the first woman to represent New Zealand in 3 sports. A couple of reasons why Jane wasn't a household name in those 50s, because women almost had no place in sport through media and other areas, and of course she was Māori.
I wondered where you'd gone to.
Oh, I'm here, Mum. You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think it's nice that they know that she was probably the first person, or maybe especially Māori woman, to represent New Zealand in 3 sports. Back in the days when Mum was young and did that, you were lucky if you got probably a write-up in a newspaper.
It was never featured in the newspapers. They were focused on various other things, and women's sporting activities were not greatly publicised.
Were men's sports?
Of course, yes, they were, because they had the rugby and the rugby league.
My grandma had, broken some barriers, I guess. And as it was explained to me at the time, being Māori, doors weren't always fully ajar for her, which kind of made that achievement even a little bit more special. So, that was something I was aware of very early and that I held kind of close to my heart, that I was proud of.
There should be a lot more told about those great successes from the past as role models for these current outstanding athletes we have in front of us.
It would be nice for young women, Māori women, people even, to just see that there are people, even way back then, that did aspire or achieve in levels that people are probably at today.
If you were born now, do you think you would still play sport for New Zealand?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I would, wouldn't I?
I'm pretty sure you would too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would.